Bruh.
Yeah, we're live. Good job. Streaming's always a pain. We should be live as of now.
Alright, I'm looking, and where would I find this, Evan? Because I'm on your channel right now.
It should be live.
It's okay, Evan. We're live. I got you.
Here is the...
Anderson, have you been able to...
I believe you. I believe you, Evan.
Here's the, thing you can click on the stream URL.
Okay, hold on.
What is RTMP? I've never seen that before.
That is just how you find the stream.
Really?
It's the... Yeah, it's the...
RTMP? RTMP?
Yeah.
Alright. Why is it not HTTP?
RTMP.
You can just copy and paste it. It should work.
Oh, I found it. It's called... Oh, no, Evan.
Yeah.
The thing you sent me, it says 7 waiting, and it says it is scheduled for June 16th, 2014.
Yeah, that's what it gave me too.
It says I'm live 55 seconds. I don't know what the issue is. If I type something in chat, does it show up?
Well,
Oh, I see it. It's on your channel, Evan.
Okay.
It's on your channel.
Good.
Sweet. All right.
It's working, right?
I see it too.
Okay, good. We're live. Sorry for the minute and a half delay. Okay.
How about we start, Evan, with like a introduction?
Okay, so introduction. Mastercast Season 2. A couple of things are going to be changing. I'm going to have guests on, and it's, so that's good. Having people on, talking, that kind of stuff, making it more interesting. It's going to be about some different topics. As you can probably tell by some of the stuff we're talking about, it's not necessarily related to tech. I have a couple of things about just general news that happened over recently, so there's that. And then I also want to make this a consistent weekly thing instead of having an episode every month, which seems to be what the current designation is every month. So I want to have it weekly. I want to have it consistent guests, talk about different things. A little bit more focus on audio, so people that watch from Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All current episodes are now up. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yeah, they're now up on both of those. Wow. So you can go check those out. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit more audio focused because of that. So
nervous now, Evan.
Wow, yeah, no, it's fine. It's okay. Hey, 4 viewers.
Andy, we made it big.
This is the real. Yeah.
My bitrate is currently
the real deal.
a fourth of what it needs to be.
Yeah, we're in the big leagues, Andy. We made it.
Yeah.
Call like a ninja now. We're competing.
Okay, so first.
Exactly. That's why you have to like and subscribe.
Exactly.
To Mac Ebs.
To Mac Ebs, yes, to Mac Ebs.
To just Mac Ebs.
One word, so no one can confuse it and mess up the typing. One word, not 4 words.
If they're here, they're not confused about anything.
Well, yeah, obviously. Okay, so first thing.
Evan,
yes.
So, how did the name Master McEbs come to be?
So 7th grade in art class. 7th grade art class. Chase decided to call me Magic McEbs because of some weird art. Because of some weird art thing I did.
Magic McEbs.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, right?
Yeah, like Magic Johnson. Yeah. So some weird art thing I did, and that was. and then I was like, you know what, Leah, let's change it to a Master McEbs because it sounded like it flowed a little bit better, and then I did the really stupid thing of making it 3 words with spaces.
So, and then that changed.
What prompted the Yeah, what prompted that change? It used to be Master McEbs, and now it's just McEbs.
Yeah, the change was mainly actually because people were attacking me, saying that was a stupid name, and also overdone. It was just a collection of people saying you should probably change the name because it's really
the public,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And so I changed it to MacEbs because it's easier to it kind of sounds better.
Evan.
Yeah.
I love the first name, but it was really hard to find your channel.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a searchability thing. It was
a certain spelling and it was a certain spacing.
Yeah, you had to.
It was Master Space Mick Space Ebs.
Yeah, it's on here as you can see, and it wouldn't find it
Ebs with 1 B and not 2 B's, which was very confusing.
Yeah, it was also an E instead of EBS. It's EBES, and so I tried to change it. Yeah. I still have my Twitter here, which still says Master McEbs on it.
All right, so Evan, how about we start?
We can start. That's correct. So first thing we want to talk about is we're we're going a little bit out of order. Xbox Series X, which is Microsoft's new fun console that they released a couple weeks ago. Weeks ago, yeah, it's been a little bit. During the Game Awards, and pretty much, as you probably can tell, it's a box. Like a refrigerator style box.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of backlash for the design. Honestly, I think it looks really sleek. Like, I could see myself putting it on top of my desk. No big issue.
Wait, so it's called the Xbox what, Evan?
Series X. So they're supposed to have multiple series, like Series Y and Series like A and that kind of stuff. They said they didn't want to like limit themselves to that.
I can see it, and it is kind of big. It kind of looks like a PC almost.
Yeah, and I guess that's what they're really going for, is like a PC kind of look.
More powerful, do you think? Is it just like?
It's.
Yeah, I think they're putting in a ton of power into this. Is gonna make the Xbox One X look like, you know, a
just
toy.
like weak. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing versus But what's interesting is that, like, well, it is gonna be really, like, I guess similar to a PC. It's also probably going to it's still running like the Xbox or Microsoft like store or something, and so
now, is this like the next gen? Like
this is next gen, but what they did say is that they're not going to have exclusives on it, so it's not going to be like a PS5 where they have like a PS5 games. It's just going to be it's just going to be like Xbox Series, like just a general like Xbox things that has to be backwards compatible with the previous models until a year after it's released.
PS5 now, really? Up to 5? Yeah. I'm very far behind on all these.
Oh yeah, so
I think what they're going for with this Series X is they're trying to blur the lines between the console market and the PC market, and they're trying to bring the two together by making a high-powered device that is also really economical, something a lot of people can buy without dropping $2 or $3 grand.
Yeah, now like how much is it? Because
we don't have pricing yet. It's probably going to be like 600, 500,
600, which is okay. Which
that's not bad.
360 was 600, right?
The Xbox Series X was 500.
The Xbox One X?
Yeah, Xbox One X. Sorry, Xbox One X is 500. This would be like 500, 600.
All right.
Yeah, and that's not bad pricing.
That isn't bad pricing for what we get.
For a high-powered console, when you're getting native 4K resolution for anything, gaming, streaming, video playback.
Yeah,
I think it's
good. The SSD in it's supposed to be really good, and that's what it's hopefully looking like, is that you can actually have like really quick SSD stuff, like loading games and things on it.
Yeah, for the longest time, out of the factory, these consoles were coming with spinning discs, and it would take a year and a half for you to load up a game. So I'm happy to see they're moving away from that and adopting an actually good technology.
Yeah, I think that's really good for Microsoft, I guess, because the PS4 is kind of dominating, and the one thing they need is to be able to show you that, yeah, this power is actually going to go to something, which I hopefully they can do that.
Evan, are you a PC gamer or are you a console?
I mainly do PC. I have a PS4 that I like rarely use.
PS4?
Yeah, I have a PS4 that I like rarely use. Mainly because of like the Xbox stuff, I can just get any games on Xbox on PC, so there's no real reason for me to like have one.
Yeah, that's very true.
And that's kind of, I think what's holding it back is that not necessarily exclusive, just the fact that since you can get it on PC, you might as well.
Yeah, but also like Xbox is always cheap, I feel like, than like a PC. You know,
well, yeah, so it's gonna be cheaper than PC, but like in terms of like if you're gonna get a console,
I don't know how it works, but
yeah, you get a PS4 because of the exclusives that you literally can't get anywhere else. Kind of handicaps you, but
I mean, what are the PS4 exclusives again? Can you remind me?
Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, Last of Us, Ratchet & Clank, Uncharted, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human.
There's a good set of games, but like personally, I think the games I primarily tend to play are crossplay, or no, not crossplay. Sorry, they're on both consoles.
Yeah,
so I might as well just get an Xbox, and I play Forza too, and that's
Forza's really good. Yeah, I have that for PC, and it works pretty well. I can't record it though because it crashes the encoder, which is stupid. But yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, no, that's a high-powered game.
That is
The
a
new
fantastic.
Halo.
Oh, the new Halo. Yeah, that looks really good as well.
That'll be really nice as well. I think, I'm looking forward to that. I remember playing Halo when I was like 6 or 7, big part of my childhood, and yeah, no, can't wait to see what
Halo
they've
Reach,
done.
you know, Halo Reach, Halo 3.
Exactly.
It's pretty fun.
Thank you.
All right,
Halo
Evan,
Reach, that's what it's at.
how about we move on?
Okay, so next thing we want to talk about is Sony's new car. So Sony
Sony
released.
has a car?
They have a concept car.
Oh, so it's not like made yet.
It's
right?
not made yet. It's gonna be like a prototype type of thing. They're not. It's just like a concept of like what they can do, but it's pretty interesting. So it looks like this, sort of like a Porsche, Tesla like inspired look, body of it and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm getting a lot of Tesla Model 3 vibes off of it, and also there's a company called Rivian.
Yeah, they have that.
I'm getting a lot of vibes off of that too. And like Evan said, this is a car more to show off Sony's, different sensors, the different markets that they've got their hands in. They didn't say, I don't think they want to produce this, mass produce this for the market. I think it's just, they had the capability to do it, so they thought they'd try it.
Yeah, and you can especially see here, it's kind of blurry, but there's 2 screens in the back, and this is actually like the inside of the car. You go in, and there's this massive panel right here of all their stuff, or like their entertainment, because Sony is really known for their entertainment stuff. They're like touchscreen interface things, audio as well, and so they have really good like speakers inside the car and stuff. So that's really good, and people are like saying, "Oh wow, this would be neat to have at some point," and this is really like showcasing what Sony would want to do if they could make a car. It's interesting that's an EV, and like they actually made like a car out of it instead of just making this like a non-functioning prototype.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, that's
No, it's electric, and it's interesting they made it electric is
EV.
because they made it like pretty much a functioning car. Like all they had to do is put it on display here with like a tractor or like a low power motor and just have it roll across the floor. But they actually made it like an actual motor with a car that can like.
So, like it's like a car that's like made, right? Like it's.
Yeah, it's like a physical car.
Physical.
And it's
like if you went in and you tried to book the car, you could actually get out of this place, and you could probably steal it if you wanted to.
Now,
but like, yeah, I was really interested in what they did because like they basically gave the designs and like the tech to another firm, and they had an outside third-party firm build the car.
Yeah, they had Magna build the car, which is...
Oh, that's interesting. Now I see like a lot of like looks like computers or whatever on board. Like there's like
they have a dash
TV
right
screens.
there.
Yeah,
TV
like,
screens and like a dash for
all the way
entertainment.
around, like the main. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that movement started off with Tesla.
Yeah,
and now people are
like
just adopting it.
iPad, like the iPad and the
that's
dashboard.
Oh, also
Tesla,
there's no mirrors, I think, on this one. The mirrors are just cameras.
They have the cameras. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've
So
got
that's
some
good.
cool stuff here.
Yeah, and that's quite interesting. That was like the highlight of CES right there, was just figuring out, because no one knew any of this beforehand. Sony releases a concept car and straight up just works, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be more expensive or less expensive than a Tesla or something?
It would probably be on par. I'd say this could go for like 50 grand, 60, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, and that's Tesla Model 3 range right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it would like the range is really because like they have a
strong competitor too.
They have a charging thing right here. Like this seems so much like you could have totally done this if you tried, but they decide. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe that's their next market is like EVs or cars or something, and this is like their first road.
I don't think we should expect a release anytime soon though, because like they got their hands in so many other markets.
Yeah, it's kind of
the EV market is something that's been fairly untapped by anyone other than Tesla. And Sony could definitely get in, especially with this type of tech, but I don't think they're going to. And kind of upsets me with this type of potential, but it's their choice, their business, their loss.
Very interesting.
So also interesting is apparently LG did the same thing, but it looks like this.
Wait,
A car?
a phone company which designed a car?
They mainly make like panels and TV
no-go.
screens and stuff, but
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, and now here's a car. It's not really a car. It more looks like a subway train like thing. Like,
Yeah, that's a no-go. You
Yeah.
can catch me dead in that thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, is that for like
I have no clue what this is
what they
actually.
sell that like?
It looks like a
not
shuttle
here.
of some sort.
Connected car platform.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
no-go.
Is it like a robot car? Like
The trend continues to create more convenient in-car experience. Yeah. The partnership is expected to be more
like self-driving, you know? I don't know.
I feel like that would be nice for like college campuses and like something with just like a huge campus that people needed to get through and couldn't walk through it.
Yeah.
So you just have like a ton of these instead of like buses and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
EVs.
Okay. It seems like it's part of like a train thing that has LG's like software stuff in it with WebOS and their whole automotive like voice controls and stuff. So that seems to be what this is looking to be. That would be actually quite interesting, a better version of like a train or a trolley type of thing. I think that would be pretty good. So, yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to. I'll be like right back in like a few minutes.
Okay, no problem. So, next thing we are going
Thanks
to...
for having me though.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on.
All right, bye.
Goodbye. Okay, next thing we want to talk about is... let's go for the flipping TV. I think that's an interesting one.
I think that's a terrible idea. Like if you're still taking vertical photos and videos, then I mean, I don't mean to be blunt, but you deserve to be shot. Like that's about it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not ideal. So, from what
it's an interesting concept, but no one shoots in vertical anymore.
Also, interestingly, it's Skyworth, which is a company that said, "Hey, we're gonna get into the market of TVs in the U.S. and it's gonna be big." Yeah, it's gonna be big.
Yeah, Samsung made one too. Same concept, you know, flips over for your TikToks or your vertical videos, whatever. You uncultured person.
You uncultured person. Where is the rotating TV? It says it's in here somewhere. Let me just find it real quick. Oh, found it. There we go. Okay, so it goes, yep, right there. So right now it's in vertical, right, for like a landscape or something. Vertical TV. It's 8K. What? It's an 8K OLED, super expensive TV. And it's going to, hey, you know what we want to do? We want to flip this thing. And there it goes. Like, imagine buying a $8,000 TV and then realizing, hey, I can change the orientation because I spent...
Yeah, no, like it makes...
It's so slow,
what's
too.
What's the point of that? The thing that really bugs me, too, is like the 8K. Like,
yeah, it's...
We barely have any native 8K footage.
We don't really have any... 8K footage.
Yeah, except like maybe MKBHD, and then his videos get downscaled too.
Yeah.
Like, none of the content we have on the market is 8K. It's optimized for 4K, so why not just stick with that? No one's gonna drop. I'm sure this TV costs like at least $15,000.
Yeah,
no
probably.
one's gonna drop $15,000 for a turning TV just because it's 8K. No one needs a turning TV, and no one needs an 8K TV. Swing and a miss both of those times. Like.
Let's see what the average cost of an 88-inch 8K OLED is.
Oh, I'm sure you're breaking your bank real hard there.
Yep, let's go that. 88 inches. Oh, it only goes up to 86. That's fine. That is not what I know. 8K, not plebeian 4K. God.
Jeez, unbelievable.
Oh, Sony has one. Oh, thank God. Sony decided to make an 8K HDR smart TV 98 inches for $60,000.
Oh, yeah, exactly. $60,000.
Oh, wait. Okay. No, if you get it 10 inches less, you can cut the price by like a fifth. And now it's only $10,000.
Oh, because that was a huge difference.
No, but like, what? 98-inch 8K HDR TV is $60,000. The 85-inch, which is the biggest anyone should need, is only $10,000.
You say only like it's not 5 digits and half a Honda Civic.
Right, but like, I mean, look at this quality. You have like what?
The TV looks terrible too.
You have like
if
you have 3 like bezel chins right there, and
exactly.
an Look at that back. Look at that back. Oh yes, it's also pretty thick.
Jeez.
That's good.
Like, no.
That's good.
You're an idiot if you spend $5 on this thing. Forget 10,000.
Oh, you want to add?
If they... Holy cow!
10,000, and then you can.
TV from like 2007 is thinner than that. Jeez.
Yeah, and then you have the 5-year protection plan for an extra $1,200.
Oh yeah. Let me just grab that too. Honestly, if this TV were to enter my house, they'd have to pay me to get it.
Hey, there's one review.
Well, I think one good thing about like 8K TVs though, like I digress, you know.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, they have a lot of good scaling things as well. So if you have
No, they have excellent scaling. We just bought one and it's like, oh boy, the scaling looks great.
You bought an 8K TV?
No, we bought a 4K TV, and any of the content we watch,
Okay.
like on like local news and stuff, gets like scaled up. So.
Right. And the same thing with 8K TV, except now it's even crisper. You get 4K content on an 8K TV, and you're looking at something real nice.
Expensive, but as they say, you get what you pay for. This was the 85-inch. This was the cheap one. That's fantastic. Okay. Oh, yes, we were talking about news. OnePlus Concept 1. So, favorite company right here. They released an interesting concept phone. Pretty much, it's gold. Can I find a good picture? Jeez. Oh, there it is. So it's gold trim with a orange Napa leather like side right here, and disappearing cameras. So pretty much they have a filter thing similar to what the McLaren cars have, where it changes depending on like different light levels and stuff. So pretty much when you're not using it, it looks like this, or when you're using it, it looks like this. When you're not using it, it like disappears. Like this, and it's supposed to help with like different light levels and stuff. It's kind of weird.
I love this phone, by the way. Like, I remember seeing it for the first time a couple of days ago in one of the videos. It's crisp. It's so clean.
Yeah, it's a
cool
design.
Yeah, and I love how they're sort of using technologies from like a supercar, like a 6-figure car, and putting it into something that's a bit more reachable for a consumer. Even though this phone, if they were to produce it for the market, would be $2.5 grand.
Yeah, it would be
it's still a bit more than.
Yeah.
It's a bit less than 200,000.
Yeah, that's good. That stuff is nice. The ND filter, which if you don't know, is pretty much a filter that can put sunglasses, if you will, on your whatever you're trying to do. And it's for like DSLR stuff. It pretty much makes, here's a good image. So with filter, without, it pretty much makes everything darker and then blurrier, which you might not think, oh, I want that, but like it interesting contrast. This is like a weird example because this is just like completely fake. But it like makes everything, it doesn't work that well. The problem people are complaining is it doesn't work that well for like cameras and stuff, like smartphone cameras, because they're so small. Here's a good image. It like blocks out all the sun, so this is like overexposed, and then you put this on it like clears it up and stuff. It can work really well in certain examples, just not sure how well it's going to work in like a camera, like a smartphone camera type of thing. But everyone was like, oh yeah, that's a fantastic feature, and I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, so that's the OnePlus Concept 1 there. A couple more things to talk about. We have 3 more. Logitech Stylus. This is an interesting one. So, Logitech made a VR stylus that they're selling for $750. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Did you like? That's the first time I'm hearing that.
Yeah. So
you just said a $750 stylus.
Yeah.
like an Apple Pen.
A little different. So it's marketed towards enterprise stuff, and pretty much you put on like a VR headset, and you're effectively able to like draw with the pen in 3D space.
Oh, so it's like an augmented reality.
It's an augmented reality pen, yeah, but it's still $750, and you could probably do the exact same thing with like a glove or something. I don't know. It's just
Or with like your hands.
Or with your hands, yeah. Once they get that tracking down, but it's just like, why would you sell a pen that like you can't buy this enterprise? You have to buy like mass quantities, like hundreds or whatever. So you can draw a helicopter. Or like I mean like I don't know what the like necessary like benefit. I mean like obviously it's good for like medical stuff, but if you're spending that, it's huge as well. Like look at this thing. But
I think if we let this technology mature, then yeah, it'll be great. I think we've been so opposed to like a lot of these really expensive technologies. Like even look at the first iPhone. Phones are like $100-$200, and then Apple drops a $700 phone that's carrier locked. You know, we have stuff like that, and now you go outside and almost everyone you'll meet has a smartphone, and that started with Apple, and an expensive product is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they started with an expensive product and it transformed a little bit.
I think they're gonna get a ton of crap for this, but once the market matures, once we realize that VR and AR can be used for really cool and really effective purposes, then I feel like this will take off. We're just not there yet.
Another really weird thing is it's on SteamVR. It's on like this implies gaming, right? This implies like not enterprise marketing level stuff, not like medical things or business things. This implies like gaming and having fun. So like what?
Yeah, you're not a real gamer unless you drop $750 on a pen. I'm sorry, Evan. You and I, we're nothing here.
Opened up pre-orders and calling it the beta product, which is fantastic. So when people spend $750, they understand that it's a beta product.
Yeah, it's not even full production. You know, kinks worn out and all that. Wow.
Oh wait. Oh, I forgot the best part. In addition, Logitech is also offering an optional VR ink drawing mat for a full $70. I can.
Oh.
So it looks like this. I think probably. The only thing I can assume is that it's, if you remember, it's similar to the like AR cards that like the 3DS had, where you place this down, you put your headset on, you put the thing on, and it allows you to like pop up something and draw in midair, like draw like on the pad thing, but for $70 instead of like free.
You love to see it. You just love to see this type of thing.
Low friction surface texture designed for optimal tracking performance. That sounds like a mouse pad that I can get for about $20. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a gimmick and a half. I'm sure there's like good usage for it.
Yeah, there's good uses.
We're not in that market. Yeah, like people, there are better alternatives that are cheaper. And until this becomes the best alternative, the only thing that you should be getting if you want the best product, no one's gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna get it. Also, it's 2.5 hours of battery life, so it's not like 8 or 7 hours or days. It's literally like twice.
Yeah.
It's like 2 times using it, and then it's like, okay, I'm gone.
Yeah, no, that's... Once they really optimize it and enter the market in such a way where people are starting to say, all right, if I don't have this, I'm not doing the best at my job, no one's going to get it, I don't think, or no one with...
Yeah, no one with anyone that's actually going to say something is going to really, really care about this. It's also interesting because they say it's not compatible with many games because of its input methods.
Oh, so it's like basically locked too.
It's basically locked to the handful of art and design focused VR tools on SteamVR, which, by the way, is literally Flying Shapes, Vector Speed, VRED. Oh, welcome back. We were having an exhilarating conversation about Logitech's new $750 VR stylus that they're making.
Stylus.
Yeah, it's like a thing you can draw in VR. So like you have your glasses on and you're drawing with this pen, but like in 3D space.
$750?
Because it's enterprise, which means you have to buy it in bulk for large companies to do stuff with, which means they can charge whatever they want. And it's also a VR pen, so it's like kind of hard to make, but like not really. Like there's other VR pens out there. Like this is not the first one. This is like the best implementation probably, but also the most expensive implementation. So yeah, and we were just talking about how Ram is still here. Yes.
I am. Welcome back, Anderson.
Yes, welcome back.
Okay, good.
So we are done with that now. We talked a little bit about that. Next thing we want to... we also talked about like the flipping TV, which was fun.
The flipping TV.
Yeah. So...
Thank God, we had 4 viewers, but now we're down to 3.
I know, now we're down to 3, and 2 of them are you, so...
So it's just 1 viewer, or...
Probably. Well, it depends on... Because one person's watching the stream, so it's like 2 viewers. That's okay. It gets more views after the fact, probably. So, last 2 things we want to talk about, the Mac Pro and Cuttlefish glasses.
Cuttlefish.
Maybe AMD's new laptops, we'll see. So,
let's talk about the Mac Pro.
Yeah, let's talk about the Mac Pro. So, Apple released...
The cheese grater.
The cheese grater. Apple released a Mac Pro. What is a Mac Pro? Glad you asked. It's a massive cheese grating behemoth machine, enterprise-worthy, that can just destroy anything you want to do with it. It's like a supercomputer, pretty much. And has a bunch of things that are going to hopefully like be really good for the people that actually can afford this stuff.
Yeah, rack mount Mac Pro.
Yes, a Mac Pro. It has a Radeon Pro Vega 2, which in 2 of them, so that's pretty good, I guess, or whatever. 28 cores, up to 28 cores.
It says $6,000.
Base price $6,000. That's the one you don't want to get. So if we go to buy real quick, because we're rich enough to afford, hey, if we can spend $60,000 on a TV, we can absolutely spend.
So is this for like servers and stuff?
No, wait, what? There's a rack? This is new. What's a rack?
Yeah, no, they just introduced a model that's more built towards like server racks.
Yeah, because like
that's actually
so you can make a
$6,000.
Yeah, that's the base price, Andre. This is built more towards like creators and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
8 core. Okay, let's go up to something people are going to use. I think 16 core sounds about right.
Yeah.
32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Let's just go to 96. 48. I don't know. 96 sounds good. 96. Yeah, in case, let's see. Radeon Pro 580X with 8 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. This is like equivalent to Radeon Pro 580X. I'm actually not sure.
Well, thank you, Billy Bob. Shout out to Billy Bob.
Oh, shout out to Billy Bob, yes. Oh, thank you, Billy Bob. Thank you, Raw Man. So what's it equivalent to? There we go. So
the equivalent of what?
Radeon Pro 580X. I'm just looking at like equivalency and stuff. Okay, apparently it sucks. Or not sucks. It's like worse.
I don't think it's built towards like gaming. Or
it's not built towards gaming.
Like
Yeah, I know it's like video editing and compiling and stuff. So let's see. This is confusing. Let's just go with a Radeon Pro Vega 2. Storage, you want a terabyte, obviously. You want the Afterburner card, because most likely you're working with that kind of stuff. You probably already have this. You get the Mac Pro rack, a power cord, a mouse, a cable, and this. And the price is only $14,000, which actually isn't that bad.
Oh, naturally. No, not at all.
It's not that bad.
Billy Bob, hit my snap.
Oh, yeah. It's not that bad. I mean, okay, 3.2 gigahertz, 16-core Xeon W, and 96 gigs of RAM. 96 gigs of, like, really good fast RAM and a terabyte SSD. Yeah, well, because these... Okay, if you're CADing and you have, like, a massive thing you're building, yeah, these are probably going to be, like, really expensive. It's an interesting rack. So this is, like, what, sideways then? And you can just, like, put a bunch of them on?
Yeah. I could see you build... Like, you could actually have, like, a good server room with these. Except you're dropping $200K for a couple of machines.
Yeah. I mean, people are saying it's going to be worth it.
The master review for this.
Yeah, you want to go hit my Patreon so I can buy one of these so I can review it?
You have one?
What?
Now's the time, Eben.
I know, now's the time to get that
Evan,
Patreon.
you have a choice to make. Go to college or get a Mac Pro.
Oh, hey, look, special pricing. Wow, that's nice. Anyways, let's look at the general Mac Pro.
Evan, what's the link to the Patreon or whatever?
Link.
Both of us should donate $5. You'll get there in like 2,000 years.
That's good. What is my Patreon? Fantastic.
Is it just Mac Abs?
Yeah, it's Mac Abs. Yeah.
Alright. Mac Abs.
I think this would be really... The rack model would be really good for someone like Linus Tech Tips, where they have multiple people, you know, editing on the same Wi-Fi.
Even though he said he bought a normal one of these, like because the rack didn't exist when he made his review, and he's now stuck with it, which is kind of funny. So he just spent.
Well, no, you could buy like everyone one of them, you know. Buy one for each of his employees.
That's the wrong rupee. Okay, let's go. Not rubles. Isn't that what the rubles? There we go. Nope, wrong one. Okay, you know what? Fine, I can't find it. Canadian whatever the stupid Canadian thing is called.
Canadian dollars?
No, I don't think it's called Canadian dollars.
They're called Canadian dollars.
They're called Canadian dollars. They are.
There's Indian rupees.
Yeah, I thought it was rupees, but I guess not. There we go. Okay, he only spent 15,000, so he probably spent like what this is. Nope, not that. What
Oh my god.
96 gigs of memory, Vega 2, 1 terabyte SSD. That's 11,000, so we can bump that up. There we go. So he probably got a 3.2 16 core, 96 gigs of RAM, 2 Radeon Pro Vega 2s, 1 terabyte SSD, that kind of stuff. Oh, and the afterburner
even
card.
the base model computer
is
still cook.
It's
Like,
kind of the base model is awful actually. Like it's not good. It's a
What's the configuration?
3.5 gigahertz 8-core Xeon.
8-core Xeon.
Right.
That's good enough as a 32 gigs of RAM.
32 gigs of RAM. But the graphics isn't that good. The Radeon Pro 588. So you probably want to upgrade that. So let's look at like a base model.
And then ball out and get. Oh wait, you can't get 1.5 terabytes of RAM on this.
No, you can. Oh wait, no, you can't. It's only you can only get 8 terabytes. Oh, of RAM.
Of RAM.
Oh, you can. I can do that. You know what? Let's just do it. Right. Okay. Yeah. No. So there's like, let's just get like the one people will probably get, including the 1.5 terabytes of RAM, obviously. You can upgrade these later. So let's just get like a. Let's get like a Radeon Pro Vega 2 Duo. And then 2 terabytes of SSD, an afterburner card, and you're looking at $44,000.
Remind me, what is the afterburner card?
The afterburner card, as you can see here, gives you like much better video performance and stuff. A PCIe accelerator card that offloads the decoding process of ProRes and ProRes RAW. So these are like video codexes of like when you're exporting or rendering. These are like higher quality and stuff. If you're like sending it to like a film production company or whatever, this is what Apple uses. And it speeds up that process by like double or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how people are like, oh, this speeds it up and this is worth it. And I'm like, yeah, but it's, you know, 45 grand. That 1.5 terabytes of RAM is $25,000. So let's go to a more reasonable 96 gigs, and you're only looking at 20 grand. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, all bought out with pre-installed software and with peripherals. Without the wheels, you're paying 54 grand.
Well, yeah, no one would. You don't want to ball. Like, why would you want to ball this out? Like, there's no reason to.
If you're MKBHD, Evan,
look,
one day when your channel's huge, you know, 80 million subscribers, and you're making the most crisp videos on the planet, then you ball out.
But look at this,
54 grand.
Yeah, I agree. But look at this. They're adding more. Radeon Pro, whatever that is, with 16
Apple
gigs.
Sponsors you.
Apple sponsors me. Yeah, Apple doesn't sponsor anyone, but yeah. But like, look at this. It's a Radeon Pro, 16 gigabytes of that, and 2 Radeon Pros. So this is probably like double what this is. And this is like, so this thing can go like, afterburner card. Let's get the wheels. Let's get the Magic Trackpad. Okay, we're looking at $53,000. Plus an extra 10 grand for when this comes out, and you're looking at like, you know, $63,500. So yeah, that's stupid. But anyways, last topic we're going to be talking about is the Rise AMD laptop CPUs and cuttlefish glasses. So let's...
I can't wait to talk about those.
You seem disappointed.
No, I don't. I'm excited.
I'm just tired from the week.
Yeah, no, it's awful, and we haven't made
Long week,
terms,
long
and
week.
it's not ideal.
I'm excited to hear about the cuttlefish
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
glasses.
Cuttlefish.
Whatever they're called.
These are kind of interesting. Pretty much, AMD just slaughtered Intel again for like the third time, releasing these new laptop CPUs in like flagship computers and stuff, and it's going to be like really good. And Asus had
You're kidding. I just sold my AMD stock.
Yeah, no, they released these for laptops, and it's going to be really good because it's supposed to give, like, much better performance. Like, not to the point of Intel, because some software is just better optimized for it, but, like, really, really close. Like, it has 8 cores in a laptop. Like, this gives us the ability to have 8 cores in a laptop instead of, like, 4. So that's really good for, like, anything you want to do. Like, it just makes stuff go a lot faster because you can dedicate more cores to it.
Wow.
So that's really nice. And those are selling. They're also a little bit more expensive because they can now compete. So they're like actual normal pricing, which might hurt them. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see on that. And then cuttlefish glass time. So...
Yes. I'm so excited.
There's a bunch of these. I think the CNN one they looked at. They're putting 3D glasses on cuttlefish and showing them film clips. This is more of like a research-based thing. So it looks like that. If you don't know what cuttlefish looks like, it's like an almost squid.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like it's just wearing like 3D glasses.
Well, it is wearing 3D
dope.
glasses. Yeah, and he put them on here. And so what they're trying to study is like depth perception, where if you show them like a shrimp or something in like a video, they're gonna.
Why cuttlefish?
They have apparently very complex and different brains from humans, and so they're trying to see how animals that are completely separate from humans interact with like perception and stuff, because they know like their family, like whatever species their family is from, is like very good at perceiving depth with their eyes and stuff underwater. So they're seeing this would change that.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. They have great depth perception. They have this thing, which
their eyes are like
yeah, their eyes are
weird and stuff.
3D glasses study builds on a similar study done in a praying mantis, which is kind of funny if I can find that. Praying mantis with 3D glasses. So that's actually fantastic. This little thing right here.
Yeah.
That's actually hilarious. But yeah, so they did a study of depth perception and that kind of stuff, and it was quite interesting actually to see how this thing with glasses on interacts with the world. So that's that. That is, I think, the last topic that I want to cover in this episode. And if you enjoy this and want to see more, make sure you hit that like button and tune in next week for Mastercast Season 2, Episode 2, where we go and talk about whatever is new and interesting for that week. Thank you, Ram and Anderson, for being my special guests today.
Always a pleasure, Doug.
And thank you, everyone,
Thanks for having
for
me,
the
Evan.
interesting discussion. Okay, and with that, I will see everyone next time.
Bye-bye.